Ashley, what are your 2026 reading goals?
Usually my big one is just to do better than I did the year before. I generally set my number of books to 75 each year and then try to see how far above that I can go. This year, since the last couple of years, I have done over 100. I think I may set it at 100 and just not stress about it. Um, yeah, because that's always huge.
I feel like
Then
with your SSYRA books, you tend to hit that pretty early in the year too.
Yeah, that's another one of my goals. So, another one of my goals that I keep every year is to read all of the Florida Sunshine State Young Reader Award books and the Florida Teen Read books. So, that's generally around 45 books because there's 15 for grades 3 through 5, 15 for grades 6 through 8. But this year, I want to say there's only 12 for the Florida Teen Reads. So that will be a little bit less. So I guess I'll be reading like 42 books or something around there.
Nice.
And then my big goal this year, I've been doing a lot of my reading in audiobooks because I have such a long commute, but I want to try and get back into reading more of my physical books. I just really enjoy, especially like a nice floppy paperback. And I've got a bunch at home that I want to read, and then it usually just ends up me doing whatever's on my Audible, Libby, or
Yep.
Cloud Library holds from the library. So what I want to try and do is before bed, instead of that, 45 minutes of mindless
Doom
scrolling on the
scrolling.
internet,
Yeah.
putting in some physical reading book time each night, so that
That's hard
I
to
can do
do,
that.
but it's
It is.
rewarding.
It is. So I'm going to try and track how much time spent in physical books versus my Kindle
Uh,
or my audiobooks this year.
I love
And
that. I love seeing like which type of book you're spending more time with.
yeah, and I didn't really track that this year unless I I guess go in and just try to remember. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to track that in using maybe either Storygraph or Fable. I don't know if they track which type you're doing. And then my last
Um,
goal is for my TBR, because it's just massive. It's huge. I have so many books. I need to cut back on book boxes because I need to save money. So I'm going to, if I want to buy one of the book boxes, then I need to read two that are on my TBR from that same book box. So book of the month, if I want to get the book of the month for January, I need to read two of my backlog books. Because again, I have like one whole shelf of book of the month books that I haven't read. I have a whole shelf of Owl Crate. I think when my Fairy Loot skips are up, I'll probably be canceling my Fairy Loot just because with all the new rules and everything, it's just become a little bit too much to afford
hmm.
with the Fairy Loot books. So as much as I love their beautiful editions, I have like two shelves of them because I've been getting the adult and the young adult. So maybe I'll
Yeah.
just keep one. So we'll see. But I really need to get my physical TBR down to something that doesn't make me freak out every time I see the number on my
Yeah.
bookshelf app.
I mean, that'll be rewarding in two different ways, right? Because you're getting books off your shelf, and then if you are slimming down your book subscriptions, you're, maybe spending more time, I don't know, your local indie bookstore or some other way to find pretty cool editions. So
Yeah, and as a
that's awesome.
librarian, I do a horrible job of checking out physical books from the public library. So I need to do more of that, checking a book out, and then if I love it and I have to have it, then I can go like down the street to Spellbound or something and
Yeah.
pick it up.
I saw some books when I walked through my local library the other day that they had on like the end caps, and I was like, ooh.
I know.
But I was on a rush to go, so I didn't like stop to read the backs of them, but the covers were eye-catching. So definitely have to spend more time in the library.
Yeah.
Those are some awesome goals. I can't wait to like hold you accountable to them.
No, fingers crossed. I'm going to try to use these goals when doing our Lazy Peeps reading challenges this year.
Yay for the reading challenges.
Excited.
So my reading goals, um, currently. And I, like you, I normally start low in my book count and I see where I end up. And well, the consistent last 4 years has been 200 plus for my pile. So I think I'm going to set 150
That's a good goal.
because if I can get 150, and if I go over that, I mean, that's just, I obviously am spending too much time with audiobooks or manga.
Mhm.
So, because those are what boost my numbers to the astronomical levels that they are. Um, when I go back through and look at everything, I'm like, oh, I read like 16 manga in the month of May. Makes sense.
Mhm.
So I think I'm gonna put my like physical number of books read this year to 150. I've been doing like 100 the last couple of years, and then I up it in July anyway.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna start there and see what happens. Um, One of my goals, and it's been the goal for the last 3 years, and I was okay. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at sitting down and spending time with my reviews or like writing down my favorite quote from the book to like
Mhm.
use in life. So I want to spend time with a book when I'm done with the book, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So instead of like dropping a book and moving on right to the next one, I want to like sit and like make time, like 5 to 10 minutes to like put thoughts down. And if it's a book I own, I'll put like a sticky note where the quote was to pull that and write it down.
Yeah, one of the girls in Lazy Peeps, she has these great post-it notes for reviews that she can put right in the front and where you can like write down quotes. And I've tried to do that in my library. I've made little bookmarks for the kids to fill out where they can give it stars and then they can write down something they liked, something they didn't like, something that surprised them. And then I give them space to either, put quotes that they liked or to write a little mini review.
That's a great idea. I might
And then
steal
it's
that.
right there in the book, and you can just leave the bookmark there or
Yeah. Yeah. I have to get better at it. I
yeah,
like
I'm the
I
same.
rate my books and I tend to not leave past that. Fable does make me think a little bit more because when you review in the Fable app, it asks for stars, like an emoji, how it made you feel, and then it's like rate the like, character development, rate the plot, rate the setting, rate the writing style. Like, are there any trigger warnings? So I like that that app is prompting you to think a little bit more in
Mhm.
depth. And then it's like review box for text, and I'm like, it's sad.
Yeah.
That's not helpful to anybody. So I want to kind of get better with my reviews. And then the last year I've done like a physical going to the library goal. Um, like I use the Libby app nonstop. But it's important to spend time in that physical library space in your community and like engage with events. Like I went to that really cool author event where I got to meet the woman who wrote, oh, Liz Moore, who wrote God of the Woods.
Oh, okay.
So like I want to try to at least get to the library six in-person things, whether it's an event or to check books out or something, but like to engage with my local library a little bit more frequently.
Yeah.
Um, and then obviously our reading challenges to get my TBR down because I don't have space for more books in this apartment. Um, unless I like turn under my bed into a horizontal bookshelf, but I don't think my fiance would appreciate that.
I don't, mine is one of those that has like the boards on the side so you can't see. So if I just lift the head all the way up, I could shove things down there and he would never know. Never know. But then it's be a hassle to get him out again.
Yeah. You know, like the Murphy bed
Hmm.
picture. I want like the reverse of that. I want it to stay flat, but when you lift it, there's a compartment underneath its bookshelf.
That would be amazing.
Yes, I think we have to build that in some way. But those are my goals. So 150 books, better reviews, spend some time at the library, and to dwindle down my physical TBR to make space for, I'm sure, more books. Because 2026, from what I've seen so far, has a lot of really good upcoming releases
Hmm.
that I'll probably want to bring home with me because they are obviously orphaned books in the bookstore and they need a place to go.
Yes. Gotta give him a home.
Yeah,
Do your part to support.
support the books.
Yes. It's good goals.
Awesome.
Let's
Thank
help
you.
keep each other accountable.
Yes, accountability. That's why I love book club because you can tell people your book goals and they're gonna be like, "Hey, is that part
Hmm.
of your book goal?" And you'll be like, "Psst."
We should start a channel for that for like book goals and people can post when they've made like some progress.
I'll add that tonight.